Hello, I'm Mark Evans with another More Minute, and our special guest today is our friend Howard Gartman. Howard is one of the leading accountants in the Sandhills, but when he's not checking on people's tax returns, he's devoting a considerable amount of time to a very worthy organization, the United Way, and to a brand new program that I know will be of interest to many of you that's now available through the United Way. Howard, welcome. Thanks for coming here, and I think probably everyone is familiar with the United Way, but just in case there's someone that does not know what the United Way does, tell us first exactly what the United Way is.
Our local United Way, Mark, and thank you for having me, is a group of volunteers plus a few paid staff that help facilitate getting monies to local agencies in need. The community involvement that they do ranges from helping some of the larger nonprofits on specific programs, as well as some of the smaller, less known with very important causes, everything from aging issues, elderly issues, hunger, youth issues, families in crisis type stuff, and very specific funds go to purpose that is reviewed and then applied for and eventually followed up on to monitor to make sure those monies given, those hard-earned dollars given to us are done justice for the help and good that they do in the community.
Now, I understand that when people donate to the United Way, they're actually giving money to an organization that plays a role with a lot of other smaller organizations within the community. We were talking earlier and you said that the United Way plays a smaller role in the work of some very big agencies, but also a very large role in the contributions to the community of a lot of smaller agencies. And let's see if we have a short list here. American Red Cross, ARC of Moore County, Bethany House, Bethesda Inc., Boys and Girls Clubs, Friend to Friend, Legal Aid of North Carolina, Longleaf Academy, Moore County 4-H, Sandhills Children's Center, all kinds of organizations.
Yeah.
And tell us about the current plan, which is very exciting, and there's an opportunity for all of our viewers to participate in that plan. And that's a plan in which people agree to subscribe to the United Way for a certain period of years, and it will ultimately enable you to have an endowment.
Our local United Way, I think the thing I want to share most with the community and this opportunity is that our funds stay local. You're choosing to help. United Way of Moore County helps agencies here in Moore County. Our plan, I've been on the board for 7 years, and over that period of time, our history has been we collect about $600,000, and we give about over $400,000 to the agencies we support, and the rest goes to the balance of covering the operating and overhead for all of the United Way. As I've watched the group over the years, every year they go through the process of taking most of the year to collect those funds. I've been on the board, there's been a judge and a banker and a realtor and community activists. There's just great volunteers to help all the review and allocations to determine who needs the money and what best help we can do. Then as we bring all that together, we realize that we start again the next year, and it's a constant struggle. So I came up with a suggestion, and it was supported by the group, and the idea is that we could look beyond 1 year. And with the numbers that I needed, it was going to take 600 people committed to fund $1,000 a year for 5 years. That longer range goal would allow us to accomplish 3 objectives. The first is to take picture that we have 600 people who send in that check for $1,000. We have $600,000 to work with. Half is going to build the endowment every year for each of those 5 years, adding $1.5 million, 300,000 times 5 into the fund. There's $1.2 million that's been accumulated over the probably 50 years of our United Way. The current endowment, if we come up short in fundraising, that has to be used to, keep the promised commitments to the groups, and then the endowment would go down. I'd like to strengthen the endowment to $3 million, and through my math and judgment, the $3 million at 6% would give the United Way $180,000 a year to pay all those existing operating costs. That would leave all the monies forever after to be able to go to the agencies, increasing the amount we can give. We have, the plan that I call this, to do this, is called Foundation. Foundation coming from the idea of strong bricks in a building, a good foundation to build a good program, a good agency on. When we've accomplished building the endowment to $3 million, all giving after we can promise the people of our county that every dollar you give will go to these agencies. And in the process of waiting to get to that great goal, I thought we could do something also about the current giving. This, unfortunately, our county has needs. We're not just exclusive that everyone does well here. We see people suffering in ways that are really reliant on us to make a difference. And I feel like the other half of that 600,000, your donation will go to try to double the amount available for us to give to agencies in the current year. And the last goal of this program, the foundational program, is to let you know, as we're doing today, about all the agencies that we support and how I see this from the inside. This group does such a good job to help our community, and they don't go about looking for a pat on the back. They just want to help, and yet I feel like the more we have, the more we can do, and we're set up to help more if we can get more.
Now, if people want to get more information about how they can help, what should they do? Who should they contact?
I would like to put my name as the contact. It's Howard Gartman. It's my office number, 910-295-3697. Inquiries into how to become a member, or just if you want to give a direct donation to the United Way of Moore County, we'll post the address for you to have. But I'll be glad to explain more about how this program works and what you can do to make a difference.
And it's fascinating. I think a lot of people might not realize that the United Way is involved in many, many different kinds of activities. And as we mentioned earlier, helping families in need, helping families with all kinds of problems, tremendous amount of work helping young people, helping students, helping young people advance their goals, children and students in school, and also helping people in times of crisis. And those are all things that we need, and that's a great contribution to the community. So if anyone is interested in more information about the United Way, or this remarkable program that Howard has put together to get the United Way into a situation where they can do the greatest contribution in our community in Moore County, get in touch with Howard Gartman and keep watching More Minutes. And of course, while you're at it, don't forget to mark my words.